Oh, what's this? This is the eventual balance patch. What is the eventual balance patch? Well, 1 second, guys. King Bob here is here. And he's also known as Saitama, I believe. This is going to be a weird spawn on this Jungle Crossroads map. Here's Don Hyperion on the other side, playing as the Dark Elves. We're going to see the Wolfguard Commander and the Reaper. Normally the spawn is down here, but these guys chose a different spawn because they want to experiment with what if the spawns were different on this map. But like I said, eventual balance patch is the mod that they're playing on. This is an effort by essentially top players of SpellForce 3 attempting to balance the game via modding. Modding tools of SpellForce 3 are pretty sophisticated, so you can do pretty much anything you need with that. And now, what are the big objectives in this one? Basically, the agreement is that Dark Elves and Orcs are on the strong side of things, whereas humans are on the lower side of the middle, along with the elves, but then they can have some different power spikes. And then trolls are also somewhere there in the middle, but they can get into the higher ranked territories, especially on the smaller maps. So, how do you fix this? Well, you make small changes at a time and keep experimenting. Now, these guys have made a lot of changes already that I won't be able to list, but one of the most important things is to stabilize the game, because the tournaments lately have been all about putting a hero in the enemy base and wrecking workers. Now that's despite the fact that their XP reward for killing workers has been drastically reduced already. Still, people do that, and they keep buying these super cheap totems that then demolish buildings and workers alike if you don't get a hero on top of it. So the duration of that is going to be drastically reduced. And there's going to be several smaller balance changes to things like the Guardian Rush to stabilize the elves. Oh my god! Wait a second, we need to interrupt this transmission as Siphon has been picked up by the Reaper. It's now adding an impaired if successful, but it's only 2 seconds. Was that the case before? I think this is the wrong impaired as well, so this must not be the case before. Okay, very interesting. In case of the Reaper, I'm pretty sure I recall that there's a nerf on Blood Shower. It's no longer 75 pure damage per second, but it's now 60. Don't know if the Wolfguard Commander had any changes actually. I recall that the Undead went down from 29 strike damage to 26, so a little bit of a reduction there. But for the Elves, I remember that there was some stabilization in mind there. So their tier 2 has gotten a little bit better. Taunted? Excuse me, what gives Taunted? I actually don't know what gives Taunted. Anyway, for the Elves, I was trying to say the Guardians have been changed in the sense that they're less strong against buildings, but made a bit better against units. This should be able to stabilize them against the Trolls, which absolutely bully them in tier 1. And overall give them a greater presence in the meta. It could be scary though, as Galactic has been performing super well with the Elves. But anyway, humans, Saitama, can't go wrong with that. And we're looking at a huge map, so I'm not really sure that we're gonna be able to see the effects of the harassment changes. I also know that the Infiltrator train time has been changed, I remember that. For the humans, I think that was a buff like to the Mentalists. And there was a cost change to Catapods. I think they might have been still too spammable. So I think there's a change there. Undead are bullying these flags pretty hard, but I do think this will come up still. Maybe if the hero arrives, then it can be stopped. Yeah, Saitama is not going to be able to get this flag up, maybe. Just about managed. Now working on the Undead on the other side. Tarantula is going to pull these away. Oh, right, Galactic. Thank you for helping me in the chat. So, the Taunted situation is It's to do with the territory boons. There it is. So it's no longer just everybody regenerating in friendly or enemy territory. Now all the races have different things going on in the territories. So Dark Elves get the taunted thing, which is essentially like it's like an enfeeble, which reduces the enemy attack. If they attack an enemy in enemy territory, then they'll defend worse, basically. Now, what is it for the humans? It doesn't look like the infantrymen get an aggressive bonus, they get a defensive bonus. And we'd have to find a unit to take a look at what their thing is. That Wolfguard commander just walked out there. You know, the Dark Elves weren't gonna have anything in their own sector, I think. Just they keep the regeneration. Now for the humans, it's plus 5% movement speed in their own territory, so they can be more defensively minded and respond better to attacks. His flag will be undoubtedly taken down. Yeah, there's a taunted. So every time the Dark Elves attack, they'll be doing even better. Great. A pretty big change, and it makes the races more asymmetric, which I think is good. I'm not super convinced about the specifics of it, but I like the idea at a high level. And yes, the Reaper did in fact pick up the Leech, which is super hype too. I'm looking at a bit of creeping here. And Saitama trying to upgrade stuff and getting extra stonecutters now. It's gonna be his third stonecutter. It's gotta be like super heavy on the barracks place soon. Reaper gonna reach level 4 here. And that should be pretty close to level 5 too. Wolfguard Commander already reached level 5, however. The pathing of Saitama is just sometimes impeccable. And by sometimes, I mean always. We got the immaculate Wolfguard Harness. AKA the wedding dress. And you know what, guys? I've got my new hardware installed, which means my SpellForce is currently running at 160 FPS. Love it. Everything will be super smooth. I was able to crank up the game to Ultra. Used to chug along at 60 or slightly below on high, so big change for me. Hopefully you guys enjoy the quality too. Alright, going for that level 6. Might pack some auras. Let's take a look at the skill picks. We got Brute Force level 4. Shadow Strike 2. Might pick up Whirlwind and Fatal Blow level 2 as well. Or just max out the Brute Force. We'll see. It's not enough for level 6 actually. So it's gonna have to be fighting. We're looking at a total of 4 barracks with the last one not quite completing just yet. But it's happening soon. Yeah, there it is. And resources are not stuck, which is great. Army is starting to look really nice. Almost enough to take down an outpost, but certainly enough to take down a bunch of buildings. Don Hyperion's army is really good though. Actually has a lot more population than Saitama, which is great. This is a good time, I think, to go and attack. But he doesn't have level 5. This bottom creep will be necessary. Might try to take down the base, but if Saitama teleports back, Don Hyperion will be able to also teleport up and take down some different sector. This scouting post is in trouble, so Don Hyperion coming in to try to deal with it. Takes down the scout and infantryman gets focus fired. But huge Earth Shatter coming in, denying that level 5 usage by Don Hyperion's Reaper. The blood goes down. We're gonna have a Kiss of Nor. Several arbalists will die, but the infiltrators have been going down too already. Still good defense, like so many of them are low, but they stayed alive so they can regenerate. It's fine. More and more tarantulas are getting made. City center is reached, so that's tier 2 for the humies here. And no doubt they'll... Oh my god, another stonecutter? Is this a fast tier 3? What is this? That is like a lot of stone, guys. It's gotta be tier 3 or something with the academy. By the way, did griffins get buffed? I recall nothing for them, actually. That could be a nice change. Because we like never get to see them, sadly. $103 population for Don Hyperion. The man is playing real well. Love it. Blood Shower hitting the units. Just wants to get rid of the army, but the Wolfguard commander jumping on top of the Reaper, definitely causing a lot of damage. And the Earth Shatter might be able to finish him off now with a volley from the Arbalists. And it goes down. Wolfguard commander walks away with a lot of health still. Looks like the humies are coming back, and although they're still down in population, this is on their turf, with the frontier outpost getting repaired and it's shooting. Wolfguard commander can keep these units at bay easily enough. So Don Hyperion has to wait for that Reaper to come back. I think he doesn't have the armor. That's right. 5k gold in the bank. And no items have been purchased just yet. But he's trying to go tier 2. And what's really important against humans is that you get those sleepers out. By the way, sleepers were slightly nerfed. I believe they are reduced by 10 damage once they're upgraded. Not the base unit. The base unit's fine. It's the it's when they get the whirling blades and they can attack 3 targets. That did need a compensation, to be fair. Level 6. And very close to level 7, actually. Oh my god. No ability points available, because everything has been put into these. That's double Fatal Blow and double Whirlwind. Gotta say, I love seeing Fatal Blow. I think too many people don't pick that. It's a lot of damage in there. And Wolfguard commander is gonna walk this off, but still the Dark Elves have more population here. But being at the lower hero level is gonna be a problem, especially with the Wolfguard commander being able to tank so well. But at the same time, the Arbalists have to be careful here. Maybe a good move for the Dark Elves would have been to go for the double weakening. I haven't been seeing any good effects from Siphon. And maybe that impaired effect could be a bit longer. It's only lasting 2 seconds. A good Kiss of Nor goes down, but once again, the Reaper gets bullied away. The Wolfguard commander can just take it, no problem. And the Arbalists are just great at sniping heroes down. By the way, if I remember correctly, I hope it's in this version of the mod, because this is slightly older, but there is a buff to the beetles. This is something that I was whining about lately, that we don't see them anymore. Oh god, but we won't see those infiltrators anymore either. Look at all those spider corpses. King Bob has certainly cleaned up. Spiders of Souls on the front lines, oh wow. I don't know about that, that's a little bit ambitious for me. Humans can certainly go and hit buildings now. They have upgraded their infantrymen for both health and damage, so they have their round shields now and their warhammers. This frontier post is in trouble. Darkov's trying to walk up. And it looks like this frontier post will be indeed destroyed. And humans can just walk away now. They have no reason to stay here. But until there's no hero for Don Hyperion. Where is the hero, by the way? Where is the Reaper? It's not remade yet. Oh my god, it takes so long to remake the heroes sometimes after you lose them. So this Wolfguard command has free reign. And it looks like the Dark Elves are just going to be pushed off the map piece by piece. Don Hyperion, of course, holding on, hoping that the Sleepers can change things around. But already 21 iron for the human player. Tier 3 will be on the way very soon. I mean, 50 stone right now. Yeah, there it is. And I would be surprised if we didn't see any academies. It would be lovely to see, but maybe it's not happening after all. I mean, you could just rely on champions. That's totally fine. The barracks have not been upgraded yet either. But there is stone for it. And there's... yeah, I had to just say that. Support garrisons and drill halls are coming up. I know that there's more barracks somewhere. Yep, there's 6 barracks and they're all queuing something. Harvesters are out now, but they're not really helping with the tanking, and the Reaper goes down one more time. The level 8 is reached for the Wolfguard commander, and that might just be too much. Yeah, there's almost nothing left for the Dark Elves besides this border fortress, which is very nice that it survived. More Spiderinos coming in. And I guess we might as well fast forward this because there's no way that this Dark Elf army can stop anything. So we're gonna double speed it. The hero is not out and it's gonna come out. So we might get to see a nice Kiss of Nor here or something. But this 45 outpost going down no matter what. Nobody's gonna stop that. Okay, very nice bleeding on that. Oh god, the interrupt getting the hero again. And I guess that's gonna be it. There's no way you stop this human army without blowing up all those arbalists. It's gonna take, again, another minute or so to get back to hero. And the Humies can just come up here. That's a fortified outpost. Easy battle here for King Bob Saitama. And he's one-punching his way out of this into inevitable victory at this point. Like, you can take the border fortress. That's a lot of iron for you right there. And the champions and the catapults can come in any moment, really. In fact, they are bullying already this fortified outpost here. And there's the champions coming in as well. Dark Elves not able to defend this, not even close. There's a handful of Humies that died, but like, you can absolutely take this and the game's over. Yeah, that's just the human economy getting set up and really just exploding there at the end. There was nothing that could be done about that at that point. Look at this. Double damage, that should be... not the other way around, but it should be really close. So interesting first look at this balance mod. Hopefully we'll get to see much more of it as time progresses. And maybe I'll do a video about the exact changes that were made. That would be nice, probably. Okay.